Oh, yes, it's your favorite two Heelz once again. You know what we do. It's the AEW Top 5 Storylines Weekly Review, and we here for it. Aaron McKee, Steph
What up,
Ronan.
y'all?
Let's roll.
Let's roll. Huge weekend.
Crazy weekend. I'm going to start off with a little something light, and this is how good the weekend is, because this ain't light by far, because neither one of us had this coming. Neither one of us said this person's name. The Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal of the women. Athena wins.
Bro. Crazy.
I don't think she even crossed our mind.
Yeah.
To win. She won.
And what's funny is you text me after you saw Athena win, and you're like, I guess I know who wins against Toni, and then you was wrong, right?
I was wrong.
Yeah, I was like, wrong. I said no comment. I don't want to give anything away.
He did. He said no comment.
Because Mercedes Monet does not, so I do where your thought, it was my thought process, like Athena's winning. They're going on to Athena, Mercedes, but no, sir.
What you feel about this?
Banging match, bro. Banging match. I definitely thought it was either going to be Chris Statlander or Willow Nightingale. I thought those were the only two. Because I keep hearing these rumbles about the women's tag team belts. And I'm like, that's clearly going to Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford whenever that happens.
Right.
Whenever that happens. And then, goddamn, here comes Athena, bro. Here comes Athena with the win.
Which is, I think is good, because I would like to see Athena on the main roster, sort of say, right?
Yeah.
She is great in that ring. She has everything down to a T. Matter of fact, when she was in WWE, she went by the name of Amber Moon.
Okay.
And she improved so immensely. She learned under Booker T of reality of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Then she went to WWE, Ember Moon. I liked her gimmick in WWE, but it just didn't take off. So they released her. She went to ROH, and now she's like the longest reigning women's champion in ROH history.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's where it was going to go, because it was a big Mercedes Monet versus Athena, but that ain't what's going to happen.
Nope. I mean, it might happen.
It might still happen.
Yeah, because I don't see Toni Storm losing to Athena at all. You know what I'm saying? And you see Athena beating Toni Storm.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I do.
That's crazy.
I'm going to tell you why. Athena, she's a thoroughbred. Like, she can wrestle circles. Put it this way. You seen what she did with Mercedes Monet. Remember that match?
Yeah. Good match. Great match.
The only woman that I seen that made Mercedes Monet look like, well, shit, she's a little bit better than Mercedes Monet. Like, she had her number.
Should they were equal? I'll say equally.
Okay. You're gonna see. You're gonna see, because if she was like this much better than her, even though she lost, but she was this much better than her.
Yeah.
Because just like what we saw at All In. So it goes into my number 2 storyline of the week: Mercedes Monet versus Toni Timeless Storm. Shocked the world. And let me tell you something. Tony Khan, he sat back and laughed at everybody's face. He said, you think my book is predictable? Who you think I am, Triple H? Well, let me show you something. You think everybody mama thought Mercedes Monet was going to win?
I definitely did.
Toni Storm won with a Storm Zero from the second rope. A
lot of near falls. There was some lesbianas moments.
Bro, that was Tombstone City, bro.
That shit was wild. I was like, these ladies are crazy, man.
I loved it, bro. This is what makes Toni Storm who she is. But I'm going to tell you something about Mercedes Monet, though. She is backing up everything I said about her just a couple weeks ago on the pod. She will go down, if not the greatest women's wrestler of all time, bro. Her entrance, first of all, it was a shout out to Eddie Guerrero, right? Because that's our favorite wrestler. But then she was on top of the car. I saw it said Robin Renegade. I said, what? And then when she walked, I read all the names. I said, she has all the people who she beat since she's been to AEW. That's some dope ass shit right there, bro.
That shit was dope.
That's dope. Fly.
Yeah, that shit was dope. But with her favorite wrestler is Eddie Guerrero. The one thing Mercedes Monet needs to work on is her goddamn frog splash, bro. That shit is ugly. That is an ugly frog splash, bro. It is a bad fucking frog splash, bro.
It's mediocre. All right, it's mediocre. So, but they put on a great match. Toni Storm, Mercedes Monet, they put on a great match. Now let me ask you a question. Let me start a pot for a little bit. Who do you think was the better match? Io and Rhea or Mercedes Monet and Toni Storm?
Io and Rhea. It's not even close. Not even close. Not even close.
Not even close?
Not even close, bro. I expected more from Toni and Mercedes Monet. And I felt like there was a lot of like just slow parts. Slow. It was a very, Toni and Mercedes was a very AEW style match with a sprinkle of some AEW in it. And then I felt like Io and Rhea was more of a just nonstop bang, bang, DDT, this, bam, bam, bam. Let's jump off it. It's like they just switched companies for one night and switched it over. So hands down, Io versus Rhea Ripley for sure. What about you?
The story of the match, like, again, I think they told a better story between the ropes than Io and Rhea. The story between Mercedes Monet, like the story of 7 belts Monet.
Yeah.
I need one more belt to get you. Toni Storm only has 1 belt, but Toni Storm is the top. It don't matter how
it's
good.
It's the top belt.
It's the top belt. And she's a top woman star. And they displayed that in every sense of the word and everything they did in that match. That's why I was like, wow. And just like you, I was like, this match pace is a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. But they told a fucking excellent story. And let me tell you something. All In told a lot of great stories. And a lot of people, I heard people say, oh, Okada and Omega was... Nah. Okada and Omega was a damn good match. But you didn't watch the story.
That was the worst match on All In, bro.
I can tell you another
worst match
of the night. It was not it. That wasn't it, bro.
That was the worst. Okada versus Omega was... I was like, this is trash, bro. This is terrible. Just because I've seen their other 3.
No, see, and that's what I told my dude at work. He was like, okay, the mother and Omega was like, I'm like, look, let me tell you something. First of all, the last time they wrestled each other was 2016. Okay, they were that more years younger, right? Ticker-divalitis or whatever that shit is called.
Diverticulitis,
right? Happened to him.
Yeah,
that match from when he jumped off the apron on Dynamite and elbowed him in the sternum and blood popped up. That's when I was like, oh, this is what that match is going to be about in All In. And that's exactly what that match was, All In. And Okada, again, he focused on his abdominal section and he milked everything about it. So they took everybody's like, oh, you thought we was going to go here? No, we going to go here. And they told a banging ass story, but they're not going to put on the match they did in New Japan, bro. Because if they
I don't even need that. I just need a little Okada, a little fucking Kenny Omega, bro. Kenny Omega at Revolution, banging match, triple threat, banging match. Give me some of that. Like you always say, you got to put your WWE glasses on,
right,
to watch AEW to watch AEW. I didn't want to see that storytelling bullshit with the ribs, bro. I didn't want to see it. I wanted to just see them go out there and motherfucking bang. That's all. The story was already told. I'm good with the story in AEW. I don't need the story in the ring with AEW for me. I don't need it no more.
But see, the thing is, the ending made sense to how the match was. I don't think Okada would have beat Omega if they didn't have that match they had.
You can still have that ending. Speed the shit up a little bit, bro. Throw some fucking flippity flip shit that people talk shit about AEW.
Did towards the end. Towards the end, they did.
That's what I'm saying. Picked it up a little bit towards the end, but the first 85% of the match, I'm like, hurry the fuck up. Let's go. Because I have my AEW goggles on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I'm going to tell you, you got to kind of adjust the goggles a little bit now because I'm telling you right now, Tony Khan, let me tell you, he's smart. He is seeing why is AEW catching fire. And let me ask you this. You was a big critic of AEW, blah, 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 I don't watch. Okay. Now you fuck with it. But what got you more into it? And you told me, you said because they telling more stories. And it's been more blatantly in the open.
But they tell more stories between the matches. Once the match starts now, I want an AEW match. I don't want that other bullshit. I don't want this fucking Undertaker picking apart a piece of your thing. I want that in WWE. I love that about WWE.
So
love it about WWE.
If they can do it in WWE, how come they can't do it over here?
Because that's not what I want AEW to be. I don't want AEW to be WWE. I don't want it. The stories have gotten better, like promo-wise, backstage segments, coming out doing this. When that bell rings, do some AEW shit. That's what I want, bro. That's what I want. some motherfucking Young Bucks versus Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. That's what I want in my AEW. I want some fucking Kevin Knight. I want some Speedball. I don't want that other shit. I love both companies.
Right.
But I like to keep them as this, and I don't want I don't want another WCW and like WWE thing where they're both kind of the same company. The wrestling style's very kind of similar. Everything's no. I want AEW to bang, tell some stories in between the matches, and I want WWE to do the same shit they've been doing forever.
Well, if off that theory, that logic that you're saying, then WWE needs to keep their matches all WWE matches, but they've been trying to low key leaning towards more like AEW matches, right?
But those matches aren't like headlining, like Ray Phoenix ain't taking over the WWE right now.
So Rhea wasn't like an AEW match.
It was, but it wasn't. It was a little I felt like it switched. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was my match of the week. It wasn't my story of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying
it was my match of the week. Yeah,
this match, they told a great story within their match too. But like I said, I just, to me, the Kenny and Okada match, was it better than the other four? Hell no, of course not, because I know what I like to see. But I have an open enough mind to say, okay, I see what they're doing and I respect it. And it was a change of pace, and it was a change of dial. And I think it's what everybody went in with the start of, man, they about to just but nah, they took you a whole different route, and it showed the diversity of Okada and Omega. See, a lot of people, what you don't know, but shit on
That's
Omega.
That's what Okada's been doing since he's been in AEW, bro. That's the same Okada, bro. Omega's the one who wrestled less.
But not
bro.
Omega, though. See, Omega showed a different side that he can storytell inside of a match and do this pace, work a pace of match like this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, that was one of the biggest Kenny's people's haters. They say, oh, Kenny Omega, all he does is flip, flop, doop, 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 doop. But he just showed y'all, this is what I can do too. And I liked it, bro. His entrance was banging. The boy sounded just like the damn track. I said, damn, that boy can sing. You know what I'm saying?
He was way better than the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh boy, that was horrible. Hurt Syndicate, and we love the Hurt Syndicate, but damn, bro. Hey man, run a mic check, run a do something, bro. That was all off beat. But you know what? I heard people say that it didn't sound like that when it was there live.
I say stadium's different, bro. Stadium's probably way different. It's so big, bro. Shit.
Do I think Kenny Omega was the best match of the night? Hell no. But I don't think it was the worst match of the night, bro. It was mediocre. It was right there in the middle.
Bottom tier, bro. Bottom tier.
So let's go with third storyline of the week. MJF. I think we both had him winning the fucking men's casino battle royal.
He did it, bro. Shot. He did it, bro. Shout out Juice Robinson, bro. Shout out Juice Robinson.
Man. Juicy Juice, bro. The man came out
shaved his whole bit. I said that ain't Juice Robinson, goddamn.
Man, look, listen, Juice. We rocks with you, man. But damn. Grow the beard back. Like that added a layer to your character. Like I love that beard.
He kind of looked like shaved Bo Dallas, bro. They looked the same.
PJ Perkins. I think that was his name. He was in NXT. Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
He looked just like, I'm like, that's PJ. He done brought PJ Perkins back or something. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong about his name. MJF winning and how he won was so MJF-ish. It's like he came out of nowhere. He just came out of nowhere.
He said, goodbye. I got this, bro. That's what we predicted, though. Yeah. MJF's back on top. And this motherfucker going to tell Hangman, he's like, it ain't going to be no surprise. I'm just going to call you out, bro. That's what MJF said, bro. Yeah. He said that shit.
Yeah. So that's an MJF fucking mind games. He's going to definitely surprise the shit out of Hangman.
Yeah.
He's just playing games with him. MJF is going to win by any means necessary. That's his plan, right? But the Casino Men's Battle Royal, great match, bro. It was non-stop. And MJF winning was the right guy.
Hands down.
Right guy.
Hands down. That was the only thought in my mind. There was no other thought in my mind besides MJF to win that match.
Yeah. And see, one thing I like about AEW, they can have their top stars be in something like Casino Battle Royal. But just that one star being in that makes that match more of a main event type of thing, just for just having that one star in it.
Yeah.
So Tony Khan, he knows how to sprinkle his stars across the board. If you notice the All In, it was a stacked card, but not everybody was jumped up together. He sprinkled everybody across the board, man.
Yeah.
And to everybody who sit here and talk shit because why they got so many multi-person, multi-women, multi-person man match? Let me tell you something. When you have a loaded roster like AEW and you want to display all your talent and you only have roughly about 4 hours a week to do so between Dynamite and Collision, what other way to do it?
Yeah.
What other way to do it?
You got to.
It's the only way. And plus, their multi-person matches are always banging. I have no problem with these matches. They are so good all the time, man.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Fun fact, WCW used to have a trios championship.
Really?
Yep. All Ace used to have a Dustin Rose was actually a one-time WCW trios champion. Dustin, yeah. So trios championships has been in the game for a while. Everybody think AEW just made it up. No, it's been in the game for a while.
Been in the game.
That was MJF's time to shine, and he sure did. Now I'm anxious to see how he's going to utilize that.
Yeah. How long is it going to take? It's going to be a while, I feel like. It's going to be a while.
And if it is against Hangman, rightfully so. Because remember, almost a year ago, Hangman and MJF got into a heated, like, remember when, every time MJF would come out, Hangman would come out, but not say nothing to him. And he's like, wow, you keep interrupting me and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was way off when MJF got off from long absence from that Adam Cole thing, and everybody was like, who's the heel, who's not? And he was getting off from being liked so much, and then he's like, oh, you like him, but you don't like me? Now we get right back to it. Again, AEW is the master of long-term storytelling. They bringing everything back around. So now we get to see Hangman as the champ versus MJF, who has the title shot, getting right back in the ring and pick up where they left off of that story. It's gonna be it's gonna be some good shit going.
It's gonna be some good shit. MJF all the way, baby.
Yeah, MJF. I'm gonna hit you with another storyline of the week. The one that we kind of saw coming, but I didn't get it right. Nick Wayne, that boy. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the other way around. Nah. It was Nick Wayne turning on Christian.
Not just Nick Wayne. All of the patriarchy turned on Christian. He said,
Yeah. Hit him with his own finishing move. And this brings me to another point. The return of Copeland.
The legendary Adam Copeland, bro. And then he said on Dynamite, he said, I wasn't coming to help Christian. I was coming to fuck up FTR, bro.
Exactly.
That was good. That was a good little swerve.
And I like that they're going that route. He picked up the mic and said, everybody thought he was going to say, go fuck yourself. He said, go find yourself.
Go find yourself. I will say, he took a long time to get to the ring.
He ran to wrestlers. He ran to the damn left and then just strutted down the ring. I'm like, what? First Penta, now Copeland. Like, what is going on, man?
He said, I gotta hear my music, baby.
Nobody runs to the ring no more with a sense of urgency, man.
I know. I was like, Nick Wayne, you could have still hit that the finisher on him if you wanted to. You still had more time to fuck him up. You had plenty of time to fuck Christian Cage up a lot more.
The pro wrestling industry. You want to do something impressive? Let somebody who has a person in a compromising position, and the person does that same shit. They be like, you know what? It takes too long. Bye out.
Yeah, just fucking
still do it anyway.
Just crush him.
That would be nice. That would be sort of what you think, you know. But I like this because it's going to where we talked about what's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
We're going to get
FTR versus Edge and Christian
and Cope.
Yeah,
this is what we're going to get. And after they knock off FTR, guess what they're going after next?
The tag titles.
Hurt Syndicate. And MVP said it on Dynamite. He said, give us anybody. Young, new, legends.
Yep. It's coming, bro.
It's coming. It's going to be a Hurt Syndicate versus Christian and Cope.
WWE versus WWE, baby.
Pretty much. But not exactly, because this version of Shelton Benjamin, nowhere near WWE level. Or Bobby Lashley. Yeah. Or even Christian. Like, this is the best I've seen Christian in forever.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley's never been my favorite, and he's still not my favorite. I've just never liked watching him. Nothing against him. Dude's jacked, phenomenal athlete. Just never been a fan of Bobby Lashley. Just never liked him.
He serves his purpose.
Yeah.
He serves his purpose aesthetically for what he brings to that Hurt Syndicate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't tell me just from his looks, Bobby Lashley go against anybody. He be like, man, he about to whoop his ass.
Yeah.
Shit. You could put Bobby Lashley in the ring with damn Braun Breaker. And I'm like, Braun Breaker, I don't know what you gonna do with this man.
Yeah.
Because he just has that presence about him.
Yeah.
That's what makes him Bobby Lashley. You know what I mean? So
Bobby.
Roberto, as they call him, his real name.
Yeah.
So let me go to another storyline of the week. And I wasn't going to put this, but I said I have to because I did some research. Dustin Rose wins the TNT championship.
First single championship in AEW.
And not only that, his first singles championship since 1999. It's been 26 years that a polarizing figure in the game of professional wrestling won his first singles championship since 1999.
But you know what sucks? We all wanted Kyle Fletcher to win.
We did. But you know what? That's good, though. He didn't. Because Kyle Fletcher needs a heel to climb. And I guarantee you, if you don't think Dustin Rose and Kyle Fletcher can't put on no bangers, sadly mistaken. Even though Dustin Rose is up there, he still can go in that ring. And Kyle Fletcher is the perfect dude for Dustin to put over.
Yeah. I forgot to pay attention. Who hit who first, Sammy or fucking Dustin? I forgot, bro. I can't remember.
Sammy hit Dustin on accident.
Sammy hit, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was right. Yeah. There was that awkward moment between them, too. I was like, hey, man, y'all are still tag partners. Y'all still got some belts on you. Got them ROH tag team belts. You better kiss up, bro. Better make up right now.
That 4-way match was good. I like that. I think that match was very underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about that match, but that match was very underrated.
It was good. Yeah.
It was really good. But damn, I just couldn't believe it was 26 years.
Yeah.
For him to have.
And shout out, Daniel Garcia got pinned.
Bam. 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 But see, that's what I'm saying. Kyle Fletcher wasn't taking the pin.
Yeah. That was for sure, bro.
And he wasn't going to pin his tag team.
Yeah.
Daniel Garcia had to take the pin.
And shout out Adam Cole. Like, not a big character fan, but damn, bro. That's sad.
Wow.
That's sad, man.
We
don't even know what's wrong with him yet. We don't even know what's really wrong with him. Yeah.
When he came out and he started choking up, I said, oh, shit. This might be the last time we ever seen some Adam Cole.
Yeah, and that's what he even kind of hinted at. He's like, I think he said something like, I hope this isn't my retirement kind of thing. Like, that was crazy, bro. Crazy. Hope you heal, brother. Hope you heal.
To the back.
Yeah.
The Paragon, they all meet him and it was sobbing. Then Daniel Garcia had him for a little bit, saying stuff to him, and then Matt Bernard, had him for a little bit, saying stuff to him. I mean, man, it was hard. Regardless of his in-ring and his character and all that shit, we talk shit about the shit, you know what I'm saying? But
we talk shit about the character, not the person.
Not the person, but man, hope
the only person we talk shit about is Vincent McMahon. That's the other person we talk shit about.
Vinnie Mac.
Yeah.
But whatever's going on with him, man, I hope he comes on the better side of it. And,
yeah.
Wow, hate to see things like that happen to pro wrestlers. Definitely when that young, and I'm not saying he's young by any stretch, but he ain't old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To have that is something that you work hard for and it's taken away from you.
And it was like hours before All In started. Yeah. When this happened too. That's what. And the dude just wrestled the other night. You know what I'm saying? And then he came out to the ring. I was like, he seems fine. It made me kind of think of something like, I don't know, maybe like I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. I ain't even going to speculate.
Yeah. It was sad. It was a down part.
Get well soon, baby.
Boom. Yeah. So let's go into the juiciest of the juiciest match of the week.
Is it this? Is it this right here? With the fork?
We ain't going that way. But so let me tell you this. This is match of the week. Match of the week. I'm going with that man Omega versus Okada. I'm tripping, bro. Match of the week. Young Bucks, Swerve, Ospreay. What was that we was watching? What was that we was watching, bro?
That was one of the best matches I've ever seen, bro. I told you. I was like, that was one of the best matches I've ever seen. Top 2, top 3, top 1. I don't know, but
remember I asked you when we was at Hudson's, I was like, was it better than Taker and Michaels at 25? You was like, yes. And I was like, hold up. And yes, it was. It
was, bro.
Bro, some of them sequences in that match, bro, I was like, what the fuck? How in the
Young Bucks, bro? These dudes,
bro, I can't, bro. I'm with you now, bro.
Day in and day out, bro. These motherfuckers, goddamn it, give them back their EVP status. I know they lost it. Give it back to them. Give it back to
Which
him.
is another beautiful storyline that's undeveloping. That was Dynamite was crazy with them. What they were doing to
They're
him.
like in the basement and shit. Don Callis.
They came out with the comic book strip. They Titantron. It was like Nick and Matt.
Yeah. They tried to hit the EVP trigger and they got sad. They lost something. You know what I'm saying? They said EVP.
They got to call it something else now.
Yeah.
Listen.
Bro, 5 stars, Dave Meltzer. I already know Dave Meltzer's giving it 5 stars, but everyone else needs to give it 5 stars. I don't care what you say, bro.
There were a couple of times in that match that made me pop inside.
Bro, it was insane. I was like, what the fuck am I watching right now, bro?
The house call.
It was insane.
And hidden blade combo. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which they showed on the Jumbotron again.
Yeah. It showed every time it was out there. It was like,
yeah.
That was the match of the week for me, man. I mean,
yeah.
There was this one sequence where Will Ospreay, he had both of them. Like he reversed like 4 to 5 they moves. They reversed like his move and they hit the triggers on him.
Yeah.
They tried to do the same thing with Swerve. Swerve caught him.
Caught him, bro.
I don't know, man.
It was insane, bro. The criticism is that sequence where they get hit with the Mexican destroyers, Swerve and Ospreay.
They pop up.
But then and they pop up and dude, WWE fans hate that shit, bro.
Why?
Hate it.
Why they hate it so much?
Like,
no
why
sell.
Aren't they
no sell?
Yeah, no sell. I was like, they sold it right after their adrenaline kicked in.
Exactly.
They hit their finishers and then they're all selling.
Right.
They're all selling.
Right. So I don't want to hear that shit, bro, because they got their own problems to worry about in WWE. Like, what you mean? Well, how about this? The Mexican destroyer, Canadian destroyer, you can do that shit all day in WWE.
Depends on the nationality, you know what I'm saying?
But you can do that move all day in WWE, but we can't do a power driver. It's the same fucking move, just done invertedly.
It's the same move. Done kind of more unsafely, honestly.
Right. You're right.
It's way more unsafe to try and backflip and take a pile driver than, but
and that's what I'm saying, man. It's
here
like,
nor there.
Again, those are the fans that's watching with WWE eyes. Like, and let's keep it a buck, bro. I've seen no selling happen in WWE plenty of times. Let's not cap and act like it doesn't happen, because we've seen it happen. All right, come on.
I mean, Naomi went face first through a table after a fucking street fight and then cashed in an hour later. So, I would say that's no selling. I don't know.
Right. Well, that was an hour later, not immediately in the match.
I just dropped my beer.
Oh, shit.
Good to go, bro.
Was it full?
It was full. But I got more.
Always.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's it's like that is the only thing they can say to discredit that match, is that they didn't sell. Well, I guess you haven't been watching, so don't start watching now, because you're gonna be disappointed. There's gonna be a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. I find that was the best match. It
was the best match I've seen in AEW, hands down.
Yeah, it is. If that's 1A, 1B would have to be Toni Storm match at Revolution. I love that match so many levels. So
it was a good match.
That match was insane. If you don't believe me, just listen to the crowd reaction. They were going nuts. When you see a bunch of hands doing this shit.
Yeah. It should have been later in the card, I felt like, but it was good where it was. It was like right in the middle, I felt.
Yeah. I think, honestly, that should have been the third match.
Yeah. Third match? Shit.
No, one of the
main events.
Yeah, because they had 3 main events, right?
And definitely take Okada and Kenny Omega got that bitch.
I agree with that. Yeah. So I'm keeping it, but I agree with that. But damn, bro, that match was phenomenal. And it told a crazy story. And then it came back around again, bro. Let's go ahead and talk about it then. The main event, Hangman Moxley.
Yeah.
AEW did their version of WrestleMania's 40s main event, but they did it better, bro. That shit was better. You had Darby Allin dropping from the ceiling. You had Bryanson. Like, dude had a Power Ranger mask on. Oh, did you hear what he said?
He only wore that so he didn't get noticed in the crowd, bro, running to the ring. That's all. That's all that was.
Yeah. Cut his hair, and then he had him come out. Then you had Ospreay come out. Then you had Swerve come out. You had Nana under the table handcuffing fucking Marina Shafir.
Bro,
like, we didn't see
that shit was hilarious, bro.
Then we had the Young Bucks come out to help Moxley.
Yeah.
Bro.
Then you had Ospreay. Ospreay got taken away in a stretcher, bro.
Yes.
He had everything.
Going on vacation. Ospreay's going on vacation. Just like Samoa Joe's going on vacation to shoot Twisted Metal Season 2.
Yeah.
Real shit. That run-ins. I was like, oh, I see what they're doing. They trying to recreate that WrestleMania 40 type of run-in shit. Boy, they ever did, bro. I mean, for Darby Allin to show him on Mount Everest with a beard, and all of a sudden.
And cutting a promo on Mount Everest, bro. That shit was crazy.
Hey, look, shout out to Darby Allin.
That shit was crazy.
Bro. Do you know only a few people on this fucking existence on this planet can say they climb Mount Everest, bro? Yeah. Only a handful, and he's one of them. This dude is insane. He will go down as one of the most extremist pro wrestling wrestlers in pro wrestling history, because as extreme Matt Hardy and them boys portray to be, but they ain't doing shit like Darby Allin, bro. Trust me.
You ain't climbing Mount Everest, big dog. You ain't climbing Mount Everest.
Taking a cart and jumping over 2 houses and shit, doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Darby Allin, again, I'm anticipating him to be a bigger star. Trust that.
It's coming, bro. It's coming.
That fall from the ceiling, it kind of made me be like, oh, wait a minute. I kind of get bad trauma from seeing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be careful, big dog. And he was coming down like a rag doll too. He didn't even look like.
But he wasn't. His body language showed that he wasn't even stressing. He was just
he was just chilling.
So greatest have to be one of the greatest run-in matches I've ever seen. Like,
it was good
because everybody played a part, and not everybody played a part. It was all story intertwined, and I'm not talking about because they had history down the road. You know what I'm saying? Like Undertaker popping up on that shit. Like, bro, what you doing here? Like, you ain't been in
that. It really made no sense
since '85. Yeah, I'm exaggerating, but but for Danielson, because this is how the storyline started with Danielson.
Yeah. The plates on the AEW championship still had Bryan Danielson plates.
I'm so glad you brought that up. The little detail.
Yeah.
So that means
they literally
changed
put that
plate
bitch in the
since the day he took
right
it from
away.
him, threw it in the bag.
Yeah.
That was
a good touch.
Bro,
that was a good touch.
Look, what you think, bro? What do you think between the WrestleMania 40 and that shit? The run-ins. I'm not talking about the two main people who wrestled. The run-in aspect of the match. Which one do you think, like, okay?
I would say overall, the match at 40, it might not have been a better professional wrestling match. I can't compare them, bro. They're two, like I said, AEW and WWE, they're two separate.
But I'm talking
motherfuckers getting stabbed with a fork.
No.
Motherfuckers
I'm not talking about the match. I'm not talking about the match. I'm just talking about just the people who ran in and the connection with the storyline of the match. What do you think was the better? Who executed it better? WrestleMania 40 or AEW All In? Texas.
I'm gonna give the smallest
hairline
edge to WWE.
You just told me Undertaker. Like, I didn't understand why he was in there. Okay,
I didn't get that. Get rid of Undertaker. If that would have been Stone Cold with the Rock, that would have made sense.
Right.
But that's who it was supposed to be. But then they're like, oh fuck, let's throw Undertaker in there. Yeah. But I say I'm gonna give a slight edge because it's The Rock, baby. It's the motherfucking Rock. Slight edge to WWE.
No, I ain't going with that, bro. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that shit on the side somewhere, bro. We can't do that. It was all in, and it wasn't even by a shred of hair. It was by a long mile, because everybody who was intertwined with that, just the simple fact that Nana was under the table. He said, "Grab the briefcase," and she did like this, and Nana coming up like this. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Yeah. It was surprise. I didn't even expect Nana to even be involved.
Yeah.
Danielson comes
back. It was weird when she went under the table. I was like, "Why is this bitch going under the table?" Oh, she got handcuffed. There you go.
If this match would have had Orange Cassidy come out and interfere in some kind of way, it would have put the ice on the cake, because this match had everybody, like I told you, day one.
Yeah.
AEW
from the Death Riders
original, who had how the Death Rider storyline started with Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and then it picked up with Danielson. They were always involved, except for Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Swerve, Will Ospreay. I mean, man, the EVPs it came out. It was good. So to me, I give the nod to AEW
Yeah.
than WrestleMania 40, bro. And I'm not talking about the participants of the main event. I'm not talking about Roman and Cody or Hangman and Moxley. I'm just talking about the people who was intertwined in the run-in. I think they did it better. That was nice, man. That was very good shit right there.
It was good. Overall, all in, phenomenal.
Would you give it out of 10?
Fuck it. 10.
10. Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
10.
It was good, bro. It was fire.
The crowd was good.
Yeah. I won't let Okada and Omega bring down the average, so we'll leave it at a 10.
That crowd, bro. Texas was a good crowd.
Texas is a good crowd. Texas got it done, baby.
Hey, bro, that's right. You Texas boy. But I man, so many people that does the podcast, they went. I felt like, I was like, God damn, we should have fucking to that shit, bro. We should have found a way to go. Tickets was so cheap, bro. We could have flown in. Our ticket flying in probably be more expensive than the ticket going in.
Yeah, probably. Missed opportunities, man.
Should have went.
Missed opportunities.
The money we spent for fucking WWE for 2 shows, we could have took that money and went to Texas, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. That was a good show.
Yeah.
But that's it for me for the AEWs, bro.
That's it, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Deuces.